Muhammad Buhari, I will give you more serious warning, Nigerian president. Because you know, Boko Haram is just a amount of people that you can count. Muhammad Buhari, Nigerian president, you couldn't stop Boko Haram killing Nigerian peoples. You couldn't stop the criminals in Nigeria. You couldn't stop the kidnappers in Nigeria. The bank robbing. That was not long ago, they robbed how many banks in Nigeria in one day. And Muhammad Buhari, you couldn't stop that. You want to go and stop Russia fighting Ukraine. Look how African leaders are foolish. Look, in your own country, there are just little group of peoples stopping the whole country. You couldn't stop that. But you want to go and stop full country like Russia? If I can say full continent, like Russia. You want to go and stop Russian president. I will say this, not that I hate Africa. I love Africa with my heart. But I will say this today. If any country leader in Africa try to stop Putin, Russian president, I am giving support to Russian President Putin to fire any African leader who try to stop him, who try to do any nonsense to him. Putin should fire. No mercy. This is not African war. This is between Russia and Ukraine. And the war, what caused this war between Russia and Ukraine is NATO and European Union. But this European Union and NATO, they are sitting drinking coffee, pushing Africa again. Because they push, the NATO and European Union have pushed Ukraine to Russia so that they can fight. Now there is war between Russia and Ukraine. They are happy now, sitting and laughing. Now they want to take Africa and push Africa also on Russia so that there will be war between Russia and Africa. Why? African leaders cannot think like me. Why? Why they can't think? Why? I keep on asking myself this question. Why African leaders cannot think and know what is good for Africa and know what is bad for Africa? Why are they still insisting to become slave and to remain being slave to white peoples? Why? We have to stand up with our feet and fight for Africa. You see, I don't know any other country. I can only come out and speak. But you see, in my own country, Gambia, I will give you an example in my own country. Gambian president is a slave to white people. I will not hide it. I will say it here. I am a Gambian. And Gambian president have been a slave to white people for his last 5 years. And now he win an election in a fake manner. That he is the winner of the election. Now he become president and he will still keep on tormenting Gambians. You know why? Because Tony Blair from UK was supporting Gambian president when he was in political career. So I don't blame him when he becomes slave to American peoples and European peoples today. And UK peoples. Because there was this UK people supporting him. Gambian President Adama Barrow right now, who is the president of Gambia. I want the whole world to know this. That Gambian president you are seeing called Adama Barrow was deported by German government when he was nothing, when he had nothing. German people want him to go back to Africa and die in poverty. They deport him back. He was in Germany and German government deport him back to Gambia. Do you know when he became president, what was the first thing he do? German was the first country he connived with to deport his fellow Gambians, his people back to Gambia. And when Gambian people came out, were complaining, do you know what Gambian president says? He says he was in Germany and they deport him, so no one should talk. Is this a word of good leader? Is this a sign that to show you that that president will ever have sympathy on you peoples? No. So every single African leader is like this. I see only 2 or 3 African leaders and there are no more who were fighting for Africa. Mohamed Gaddafi was one of them. Even Yahya Jammeh, the Gambian president, the Gambian former president was one of them who was trying to fight for Africa to be liberated from white peoples. But do you know what they do? I have been telling this thing to Gambians. I told them this. That Gambians are not the one who removed the former president. of Gambia, Yaya Jammeh. White people were the one giving support because they don't want him there, because he wants Africa to be reunited. And white people will not like anybody, any black man who is ready for Africa to be developed. They will try and do everything to kill you, or if they don't kill you, they will do something bad to you. And this is what they do to Mohammed Gaddafi. When Mohammed Gaddafi began to say that he wants all Africa to use one currency and all Africa to have one president, then white people do everything to kill Mohammed Gaddafi. And this is what they do to John Pombe Magufuli, Tanzania former president who was dead. And white people were parading in news that he died by coronavirus. White people killed Tanzania former president John Pombe Magufuli. Go and see Nelson Mandela's story. Go and read the story of your giant in Africa. They are all gone. Anybody, any leader who stand to fight for Africa, who stand to unite Africa, who stand to liberate Africa, white people will do everything and kill you. But look, do you know why? They want foolish people like African leaders we are having right now. They want this kind of foolish people, people who they can manipulate, people who they can fool. Right now in Africa, especially in West Africa, we don't have leader who gets sense. All of them are slave to white people. All of them. All of them are senseless. None of them want Africa to be united. Only their pocket. This is the problem of Africa. Money. And we are rich. In mouth, Africa is rich. But when you come to physical, Africa is poor. Why? We all know Africa is the richest continent in the whole planet. Even white people, when they sit in their parliament, they know this by themselves and they always discuss this. That Africa is rich. When they realize what good things they have, they can become richer than Europe, America. So we have to do everything Africa never become rich. Or African leaders never realize what they have. African leaders look down on what Africa have and keep it and sell it to white peoples because of money. When will Africa be liberated? When will African leaders will wake up and see the truth by themselves? When? I am not the first person to stand and say all these things. There are people who were speaking, fighting for Africa, speaking for Africa for thousands of years. People were speaking. And even still, we have many people talking. And African leaders are always listening. But they can change. White people are still choosing leaders for Africa. But I want to believe this, that if we the African youths can unite, don't look where you came from. Forget about you came from Nigeria. You don't came from Nigeria. You came from Africa. Forget about you came from Gambia. You don't came from Gambia. You came from Africa. You are an African. You are not Gambian. This thing was created by white people by putting boundaries to every country and saying here is Mali, here is Guinea, here is Burkina, here is this, here is that. Was created by white people. But Africa first, we don't have border. We are all African. Africa don't have country. So if we the youths can unite, don't look where you came from. Nigeria, Ghana, Burkina, Niger, Congo, Togo, Gambia, Senegal, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry. We have to unite. South Africa, Uganda, what are you people waiting? South Africa peoples, I don't have to tell you. Because you know what Nelson Mandela fight for in Africa. So I don't have to tell the story of Nelson Mandela to South African peoples. You know what Nelson Mandela do for the African people, for the South African peoples. Tanzania, your former president John Pombe Magufuli was killed by white people. So I don't have to tell you people what to stand for and what to do. So forget about where you came from. Don't look where you came from. We are all Africans. If we can unite and liberate Africa, then Africa will never be on the hand of these devils that we call our leaders. You see? Even in real life, those who knows me, I don't look where you came from. When I'm with you, we are all Africans. I try to put this in the mind of the youth, for them to believe that we don't have to put differentiation between we Africans. There is no differentiation. If you believe in this, that there is no differentiation. If we are from Nigeria, you are my brother, my friend. I'm from Gambia, and you are from Nigeria. You think there is a difference between you and me? White people bring that just to put us together, for us to be killing each other. If you are from Ghana, you are my brother, blood brother. Forget about the country named Ghana, Gambia. Just look ourselves. You are black and black. What is the difference? So that country name that white people bring there by using your forefathers as a slave, you want to take that and put differentiation? African youths have to forget about this. When we forget about this, then we will be united and Africa will be liberated. This is something that is disturbing Africa. This is the most dangerous thing in Africa. These country names. I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Ghana. I'm from Burkina. No, I'm from Gambia. You are not from nowhere. You are from Africa. If you look yourself, you say, no, I'm from Gambia. Then look Nigerians. Is there a difference? If you meet Nigerian, look your color and look the color of this Nigerian. Or look your color and look the color of Ghanaian. Or look your color, look the color of South African. Look your color and look the color of Congo peoples. What is the difference? White people bring this differentiation just for us to be fighting each other and killing each other. I believe African leaders will never liberate Africa. I believe this. And I have this belief. And no one can remove this belief in my hand. And I believe there is no leader right now in Africa who is standing for Africa. We the youth of Africa, don't look where you came from if you are listening to me. Look your color and look my color. Don't look where you came from. We are suffering. We the black are suffering. Nigerians are suffering in the hand of white peoples. Gambians are suffering in the hand of white peoples. Every other black man country. You are a black man, I'm a black man. It's only you and me who can come together and fight for Africa, but not that useless people you call the leaders. They can never do anything for Africa. They can only give more problem to Africa, bring more problem to Africa, and take everything that is important to Africa and give it to white peoples for free. And now they want to fight Russia. I swear to God, if Russian President Putin decided to fight any African country because of this leader, then this leader should be burned in fire. Alive. Trust me. If you check African leaders right now, all of them, all African leaders, especially West Africa, look all of them and search the story of all of them. All their children are living in Europe here, or in America, or in Canada, or in UK. Why? You call yourself, I'm a leader in my country. Why do you take your family to another man's country to learn? Why can't you build good hospital and good school for your own peoples? Why? Before you take your peoples to another man's land, why can't you stand and build good hospital and good school? This is another problem of Africa. African leaders take all of their children to European countries and they are paying taxes in another man's country. If I become president in Africa, I will never pay tax in any European country or in any American country or in any Chinese country or in any country. I will never. You know why? I will never invest in any white man country. White people will come to my country and invest and pay taxes in my country, but not me going to their country and pay taxes, because I have all in stake to rule my peoples and to make my people and to develop my country. But African leaders look down on what Africa have. They think Africa don't have nothing. And the things they say they are nothing to Africa, this is the things that white people are looking and trying to steal from Africa. But when African leaders see those things, they say, oh, like this one. If this one is in Africa, African leaders will say this one don't have use. This is butel. It doesn't have use. But white people are finding this butel for millions of years. to steal from Africa. So they will go to Africa and take it and give African leaders little chicken change and take this. When they take this, if they buy this 50 million euro, they will bring it to Europe here or America and manufacture it and take it back to Africa and sell it to us with its amount of price, and they will get a profit of another 50 million euro. This is what is happening to Africa. But we don't have leaders. Do you know why? I believe I will do my own and my time will come, I will die and go. But I can't change Africa without the support of African youths. I cannot change Africa alone. We have to change Africa, not me, but we. We have to stand for Africa, not me, but we. Not looking these peoples who we call leaders, people who cannot have sense. Why are African leaders taking their children to another man's country? This makes me so angry when I see African leaders. First, when Gambian President Adama Barrow became president, he took all his children to America. If you ask him, why do you take your children to America? He will say, I want my children to have good education. Why can't you find good education in your own country? Why? Why can't you sit and ask yourself? African leaders, sit and ask yourself this question. Why can't I build good school and find good education system for my peoples? If your child, if you are a leader in Africa and your children cannot learn in Africa, cannot have good hospital in Africa, then what is the benefit of you? That is showing you that you yourself should know that you are nothing but a fool. Because that shows that you cannot build good hospital for your peoples. That's why you check your children out to have good hospitality. And when African leaders fall sick, where did they go to? They never go to African hospitals. Why? Because they are foolish. You come to white man country and go to their hospital and pay huge amount of money because you want to be healthy. Your enemies. If you are sick, will you ever go to a hospital where you know all of them are my enemies? So if they want to kill you, it's very easy. If they want to turn your brain to use you anyhow, they can give you any kind of injection. They can give you any kind of medicine that will turn your brain to become fool and become slave to them. That's why African leaders will never become wise. They will always remain stupid. Because the water they drink, they bring it from white peoples. The food they eat, they bring it from white peoples. Go and look Gambian president. The chicken he eats every day, he order it from America. The meat he eats every day, he order it from America. A president in your own country, and you call yourself, I'm a president in Africa. I'm a president. But everything about you, you are ordering it from another man's country, from your enemy's country. Why? Wallahi, billahi, tallahi, I swear to God, Putin, the Russian president, I give him this support that if any African leader who is in Russia, who send his soldiers to Ukraine to stop Russia, Putin, Russian president, fire that country. Don't even look and don't have pity. Fire the country. Africa will never want to be liberated. Africa will never want to be free from slavery. Putin was helping Africans. I will say this today. Okay. Very fast and very easy for African people to know this. You see this man who European people were pushing African leaders to him. They know that this man was standing for Africa. Putin was standing for Africa. When Mali says France will never rule them, what happened? Which European countries give support to Mali? Which? America never gives support to Mali. China never gives support to Mali when Mali says France will never rule them. No European country was giving support to Mali. Only Russian President Putin was giving support to Mali. And even African countries, none of them give support to Mali. They were all putting sanctions on Mali. Even African Union was putting sanctions on Mali. What is the benefit of African Union in Africa? We have the second European Union in Africa, and they fake us and they call it African Union. But it's an European Union that is ruling Africa. Let me tell you this. Because whatever they want to be happening in Africa, that's what will happen. No one can do anything about it. I think if African Union is standing for African countries, why, if Mali says France will never rule them again, why African Union don't give them support? Instead of giving them support, they are putting sanctions on Mali. The soldier commander of Mali, Assimi, is a great man who wants to liberate Africa and says France will never rule Mali again, and that's where he stands. But there is no country in Africa who give him support. African Union never give him support. European Union never give him support. There is no country in Europe that give him support. America was not giving him support. Only this Russian president that we call wicked man. That some of the foolish African are calling Putin is wicked, is devil. Putin is not wicked for Africa. If Putin is wicked to European peoples, Putin was never wicked to African peoples. Putin was helping Mali. When Mali said France will never rule us, Putin was giving all the support to Mali. Putin was sending trucks to Mali for Mali to stand on their own. And this is what Putin says to Africa. If any African country will be like Mali, then I will give you my support. This is what Putin says. Who does this for Africa? Which European country stand for Mali? When Mali came out and said, we want to stand on our own, I was very happy. I think African Union are going to give support to Mali to take their own independence. African Union was putting sanctions on Mali. Says Mali, nothing will come out from Mali to go to another country, and nothing will come out from any country to go inside Mali. This is what the sanction that African Union put on Mali. Then Putin was the only man, Putin, Russian president, was the only president who is standing for Mali, giving Mali all the kind of rifles to stand by themselves, and giving them all kind of trucks to order things from anywhere that they want. Where are these African leaders who say they want to stop Putin? Where are they at that moment? Why they don't join Mali for Mali to take themselves from France government? Why? But now there is war in Ukraine. They abandon Mali, and Mali is a black man country. Mali is a black man country. But all African leaders were keeping quiet. We are putting sanctions on Mali because Mali want to take their own independence. And because France was paying all these African leaders huge amount of money to go against Mali. And they were all agents in Mali. Where were you people when Mali was fighting this fight alone? Where were you, the African leaders? If you know you can stop war in Ukraine, why you don't help your fellow black man before helping white man? Why? Oh, it's a big shame to African leaders. Big shame. Mali is a black man country. Mali is a black man country. Black people are living there. We are all Africans. But none of these African leaders came out to fight for Mali, to stand with Mali, so that Mali can have their own independence. Every African leader abandoned Mali. Nobody was supporting Mali. No African leader was standing for Mali. And even African Union, I was very same. I was feeling same of African Union that call themselves, they stand for Africa. They are the Parliament of Africa. What parliament? You are a parliament of Europeans, not parliament of Africans. Because African Union is not standing for African, but standing for Europeans and American and Chinese peoples. Why? Now this Putin, that some of the Africans says Putin is wicked. Some of the Africans says Putin is devil. Putin is wicked, is devil. But he never do wickedness to Africa. He was standing for Africa. Putin was the one giving support to Mali, was the only leader in this planet, in the whole world, was the only leader giving support to Mali, so that Mali can have their own independence, so that this wicked France government will never rule Africa. This is what Putin wants for Africa. Putin always wants Africa to be liberated from white peoples. That's why Putin is fighting Ukraine, because Putin don't want to become closer to European continent. And between Russia and Europe, there is Ukraine. And if Ukraine join to European Parliament, then that means that Europe is closer to Putin. And Putin don't want Europe to come closer to him. The Ukraine president right now, who give him power, Russian president help him to become president. Ukraine president right now, Russia president, Putin give him power. Go and read the story. Putin don't want European people to go closer to him because Putin want to be independent. Putin don't want anybody to spy whatever he's doing in his country. And by Ukraine joining to European Parliament, now Europe will be closer to him. So Ukraine can be a spy for Europeans to spy whatever Russia is doing or whatever Russia is planning. And Putin don't want this. Putin have been giving warning to Ukraine for so long that they should not accept to enter in NATO or any European Parliament. But their president was stubborn. And their president, Ukraine president, forget that. Putin was the one who put him in power. Ukraine president, Putin put him in power. But now, he want to boycott Putin and join Europeans to destroy Russia. If you are a president in Russia, what will you do? Will you sit and watch them? Someone who is closer to you to join your enemies and fight you. Will you sit and watch them? No, you will fight. And that's what Putin is doing. I don't say I like the war that is happening in Ukraine. I don't say I am happy because there is war in Ukraine. I don't say all this. But what all I'm trying for you Africans to understand that Putin is a righteous man who will always die for his peoples. And I will say it anywhere I go, I will say it. That Putin is a righteous man who is trying to protect his people with his life. American peoples, if they have the power, they will kill Putin. But they don't have the power because they don't know where Putin have materials, how he made his materials. So Putin wants to remain secret for every single continent in this planet. And he's right. Putin don't want people to know where he gets chemicals from. If you check Europe here, where are they getting gas from? Every gas station you see in Europe here, Putin was supplying them. European people don't have gas, they don't have fuel, they don't have nothing. Russia was supplying them with everything. If I am a president in Africa right now, no European Parliament or European Union or American government will push me to fight Putin. Because it's not your war. If you are an African leader, listen to me. This war is not your war. It's not an African war. Putin is not fighting any African country. He's not killing any black man. Although black people are living in Ukraine. But what is Ukraine doing to black peoples? And you want me to support Ukraine? Who the hell do people think they are? You want me to support Ukraine? When Ukraine police officers stand and said no black man will enter in train, but was allowing only Ukraine citizens to enter in train. Because there is war and everyone was running for your life. Now black people, they deny black people not to enter in train because their color is black. They want to protect their peoples, but black people go and die because you people are dogs. You people are animals. They say, black people, you people are dogs. Go and die. This happened in Ukraine during this war. I was watching the video and I feel like to cry. If I check, there's African telling me here, shut up. Ras Jikante Mali. Why do you put Bob Marley's surname on your name, on your surname? Why? Bob Marley was a great man. Ras Gigante. Who were my brother? Okay, Ras Gigante. Sorry, bro. I was not looking the comment that you were replying. My brother, he says, my brother, be limited to your African issue. This is an international issue and is a very crucial matter. Look at an African. Very foolish, idiot African. Let me even look the name so that it will be very easy for me to tell him what I want to tell him. Why? There's no name, but it's an African. And this name, I can't read it because he was even using some country language. Ras Jikante, respect man. He have to shut up. Look at the comment, someone who write this comment that I should be limited with an African issue. My own continent. I should be limited to talk about my own continent issue. An African. It's an African who is telling me this. An African. This is the kind of people white people support them to become president in Africa. That's why Africa will never be developed. Because they look people who are foolish, people who don't have sense, people who look like animal, and they support them to become president in Africa. That's why every African leader right now you are seeing there, they are all foolish. None of